Good evening, Facebook Live. My name is Jodie Bunting. This is the lovely Claire, and welcome to the start of the free 5-day free challenge, Keto on a Budget. So in the title of this video, you will see a link to a group, and in that group is a downloadable PDF. So you can download this. Now on here, we have an exclusive shopping list. We also have some meals. We also have some instructions, and then we also have some instructions as well. So we're going to go through this quickly. Then I'm going to go to Claire and just throw her the shopping list. We're going to get her to come up with some meal ideas. I'm going to give you my meal ideas. And if you've got any questions or comments on what you think you're going to do with your foods, your shopping list.
There's my new fan club come on.
Then that would be great. Yes. Hi, Christina. Welcome to the live video.
You're a top #1 fan of our joint videos.
Yeah, we're having a little discussion earlier. We had a little vote in our private group just saying, do you prefer Claire in a video? Do you prefer me in a video? Or do you prefer us both together in a video?
I know what people are voting, Duck.
I think you'll be surprised by the answer.
I don't think I will.
Okay, so welcome to the official beginning of Dieting on a Budget. Over the next 5 days, starting tomorrow morning, what I'd like you to do is to go into ketosis, to have a nice high-fat, low-carb diet starting from tomorrow. But I really want you to think about your budget. So I don't want you to spend loads and loads of money on luxurious cheeses or luxurious double cream. I want you to stick to the basics. Keep yourself nice and calm. I know we've talked about wine and chocolate over the last few days.
Look, they can do that very easily.
But let's just pause it for the next 5 days. At the weekend we can enjoy it, but Monday to Friday, let's just
No, I mean budgeting.
focus in. You could do, but you could focus on your meals.
Yeah, just run to the bargain bin at Asda or Tesco's. Get all the protein, the nice meats, the fat, the pork chops.
Right, we'll talk about that.
The half-price cheeses.
We'll go to that in a minute, because the problem with that, giving out advice about going to the bargain bin, it's always a bit potluck. Sometimes there's like some luxury desserts there for 10p. And for me, as an overeater and somebody who really likes sugar, that's a bad thing. And I know a lot of really big people that get into unhealthy habits because they do shop from the bargain bins. And unfortunately, even with my like strict, good-willing mind, I even suppress, I'm open to the temptations of 10p chocolate.
Or if you had a little friend who worked there, Dirk, if you had a little friend like Julie, you could get her to stash it behind the counter till you come in later.
Right, so let's talk about the
Jude.
let's talk about the things. Right, now before I go through the meals and the shopping list, I'm just going to go through the daily instructions, okay? So when you download your PDF, you'll get a sheet like this. Right, so daily, what I'd like you to do is to eat 2 meals per day, because obviously just taking away 1 meal per day is also saving on your budget. The next one is to drink 2 to 3 litres of water. Now this is a 2-litre bottle of water, and what you need to do is drink. So what we're looking for is 2 to 3 litres. Excuse the kids, bye.
Our friend that on, Jimmy.
Right, 2 to 3 litres of water per day, and you can have that cold, you can have it hot, or you can have it sparkling. Now because we're doing budget, you're probably best not going for mineral water. Either have filtered water if you already got a filter, or just boil it before you drink it. That is the other option. Obviously store it in the fridge. Claire's drinking up the last bit of her Coke.
Oh, this is the black water.
Also add some salt to every single meal as well, because what we're doing is we go into keto. Your sodium levels do go low, so you do need to replenish that.
When they talk about salt, don't talk about that poor cheap salt. You want to get that pink Himalayan.
Yeah, pink Himalayan salt if you've got it, because remember we're talking about budget. But any salt that you've got at the moment, now we haven't got budget for anything from Poundland.
What, £1?
Yeah.
What are we doing, under £1?
We've got £2 budget per day. That's it. So if you buy some pink Himalayan salt, that means you've got to live off £1 that day.
What about having you got a staple budget?
Yeah, but we'll discuss that in a moment. Okay, the other points on the daily list is to try and do 20 minutes of exercise. Now, this could be just marching on the spot. It could be walking 20 minutes. If you want to walk an hour, then fine. But minimum of 20 minutes movement would be great. The next one is to spend 20 minutes outdoors with the daylight touching your face or forearms. So we're doing this right now. Me and Claire are absorbing that vitamin D. And obviously the reason I'm saying to do that is not only just for the vitamin D, but just the feel-good factor, getting the fresh air into your lungs. I know maybe some of you live in the city centre and it's maybe not so fresh. But again, the benefits of just being outside are great. The next one is think positively. So if you do have if you've maybe tried diets before and they haven't worked and maybe you really miss sugar and things like that, then just focusing that this challenge is just for 5 days, just for 5 days. So just keep that in your mind. If somebody calls you on Monday night, oh great, I'm having a pizza, would you like to go halves? Just, you know, you have to say no. I know it sounds really like...
to go off on a pizza that...
You know, a lot of people do. They feel
don't.
bad for treating themselves midweek and they think, oh, I'll just call this person.
Well, 2 for 2 Tuesday.
Yeah, well, 2 for 2 Tuesday. But what I'm saying is, you know, being positive is all about being strict on yourself, okay? Right, next. 10 deep breaths a day. Now, the reason this is so important is normally when people lose weight, how do they get rid of their fat? Actually, it's through breath. So this is why it's so important to have a good breathing pattern.
I lost count.
Claire's not really showing you how to breathe deeply.
It tells you on your iWatch, you know,
yeah,
you're not breathing.
On your Fitbit as well, it can give you some breathing patterns. Right, next one is sleep by 10 p.m. Can you do this one, Claire?
I never do this one.
So it does sound too simple, but even if you just lie in bed from 10 p.m, it's all about just relaxing, giving your body time and your digestion to
And what time is it advisable to wake up if you sleep at 10 p.m?
6 a.m. So I have an alarm on my phone for 5:55 a.m. every single day because I know if I wake up at that time, then by 10 p.m. I will be tired. So that is quite important if you can do that as well.
Sometimes I wake at 6 a.m. and I'm still up at 1 a.m.
That's a total different video. Right, okay, so there's also just a note on this, just about, we're going to go through a few meals at the moment. If you want to make your own meals, you can do, but it just gets a little bit more complicated. The rules that you need to stick to is your maximum is 1,000 calories per day. If you're a man, 1,200. Your maximum is 20 grams of carbs per day. And of that meal, 75% of your calories must come from fat. So it's getting quite complicated already. And the fourth rule is that protein or fat needs to be eaten together with carbs at every meal together. Okay? So if you think all those instructions are really difficult to follow, I've done it all for you guys. I've done you some meal plans that stick to all those 4 rules. Now, before we're going to go through the meals, we're going to go through the shopping list, because what I'm going to do...
Can I read that out?
I've got my lovely friend Claire here. Now, what I want you to do is think about meals that you're going to do as I put this together. Okay. Now, I've used an app called Latest Deals, and that basically tells you all the prices of all the big supermarkets, the big 4, which is Asda, Tesco, Morrison's and Sainsbury's. Then it also includes Iceland as well. I think that's it. So basically the big 5. That app doesn't include Aldi or Lidl, but thankfully me and Claire have been doing some researching over the weekend. I've dragged Claire around Aldi and Lidl.
I just like buying the things that they're like random stuff.
So I have found out what can be bought cheaper, and you know what? Not much. Tesco seemed to be one of the cheapest supermarkets
Aldi ripping you
out
off.
there. Right, so this is your budget shopping list. So for the next 5 days, all you need is £9.68p. Drop the mic. Claire, are you impressed?
That's not going to feed me for
Right, let me give you the shopping list. Okay, first thing on your shopping list from Tesco for 59p is 1 tin of tuna.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine that's in your cupboard for the week. Second item, you've got 400 grams of liver from Asda at 76p. So you've got tuna and liver.
Okay.
Right, next up, you've got some streaky bacon, which is £1 from Iceland. Next, you've got 15 eggs, and they can be from Asda, Tesco, or Aldi, and they cost £1.18.
It's not bad, is it?
Okay, so you've got tuna, bacon, liver, eggs. Sounding quite good, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Next up, you've got a big tub of mayo from Tesco. Now, on the website, it said it was 44p. Actually, in store, there was reduced to clear 35p. So that was lower than we expected. You've also got a massive block of lard, 39p. That's from Asda, Tesco, or Lidl. Next on your list is 400 grams, which is a massive block of cheddar cheese, 179 at Tesco, Aldi, all the supermarkets basically. Right, next up you've got 4 avocados. From Tesco it's £1.31. I found out yesterday from Aldi you can actually get it for £1.19. 250 grams of mushrooms, 54p from Asda. 1 bag of pre-prepared, ready-to-go lettuce from Morrison's, 30p. 1 cabbage or some spring greens at Tesco are 39p. 1 cucumber, 49p from Tesco or any supermarket. And finally, you've got some little itsy-bitsy cherry tomatoes from Asda for 50p.
Because you don't got the big ones.
So that's your whole... They're more expensive.
No, you can get them for 50p, those salad ones.
Oh yes, in Tesco we had some salad tomatoes, six big salad tomatoes for 39p, but those were reduced to clear. So
But they
I've
do
tried
those
not.
for 50p.
I've tried not to put offers on. Apparently not at the moment.
Well, in my one they are.
Right. So those are your items, Claire. So what I want to know is you've got to make 10 meals out of those.
I had a really good one, but you've
items.
put the small cherry tomatoes. So just
So I imagine it's the big tomatoes.
yeah,
then.
I would stuff it with a bit of tuna.
Right, so there we go. So that's not on my budget list. So we've got there stuffed tomatoes with tuna and cheese and a bit of mayo as well.
You put that on after.
Okay, great. So there is an additional meal idea if you want to swap anything. Anything else that you can think of?
What you can think of, Dirk?
Anything else that you
can
could
get
think
that,
of?
fry up that liver, Dirk.
Yeah.
You can have it with a bit of mushrooms and a bit of cheese on top.
Great. Love that idea.
I'm not finished.
Yeah.
The pork, is it pork chop? Pork
No,
what?
I haven't given you any pork.
Oh, bacon.
Yeah,
Streaky
you've got bacon.
You can do bacon, cheese and tomato, like mix up.
Yeah, again, that sounds great. You see, she's full of ideas.
If you've got the bigger mushrooms, you can also stuff your mushrooms.
Yeah, that's
with
also
a bit of
true.
bacon, Dirk. Stuff
Yeah.
them with bacon, cheese, and a bit of tomato.
So if you've got a creative mind like myself or Claire, you actually don't need my meal ideas, because when you look at these ingredients and just have them there, the ideas should come running through. But if you do need some more structure, then keep on listening to this video. So first of all, the reason that we don't have breakfast is because we want to do something called intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting isn't just, it's a great way to save money. It's actually a great way to lose weight, because what you're doing is keeping your body in fat burning mode for longer. Therefore, you will lose more weight because your body obviously doesn't have any fuel to fuel its bodily functions and things, and actually directly will burn your fat. So the optimal eating times to do this are if you eat at 1 p.m, then if you eat again at 5 p.m. So 1 p.m. and 5 p.m, if that fits into your lifestyle. If it doesn't, then just eat at 8 a.m. and 4 p.m, or 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. But the smaller the eating window, the better. So if you can keep it 4 hours between the meals,
A lot of people do shift work, they don't have a set time to eat.
Yeah, if you do shift work, then fine. It can be totally flexible how
Like
you
I don't
need
have
to
the
do
lunch
it.
at the same time every day.
I've got one slimmer as well, Chantel. She actually she doesn't really feel hungry at all in the evening, so she has breakfast and then lunch. So maybe she eats at 8 a.m. and then again at 12 o'clock. So that's fine. It's a 4-hour eating window, and again, her body's got lots of time to fat burn.
She doesn't eat after 12 p.m.
No, and she's
Sometimes
fine
I
with
don't
that.
eat before 1.
Now, what I would say, if I was doing my normal job, which is a fitness instructor, what I find is that I need food before exercise and during. So for me, when I'm doing my day job of exercise, I would actually need breakfast. So that eating pattern of eating at 8 and then midday would actually really suit me. So again, it's all about you, how you're feeling. They're completely flexible, those hours. Okay, right, so let's move on to some meals. I'll give you the meal idea and I just want you to comment, okay? So first meal, 2 eggs, 3 pieces of bacon, 100 grams of mushrooms and a tomato, all fried in lard.
It's nice, duck.
And we actually had that breakfast yesterday here in the caravan.
Yeah, with the nice cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, so that'd be nice. Right, in the evening, I'm going to have half a cucumber. I'm going to slice it all into slices. And then I'm going to slice the cheese, put that in there. Then I'm going to mix my tuna and my mayo together and put that on top of the cheese and make little sandwiches, cucumber sandwiches with cheese, tuna and mayo inside.
I'd like to have it with a spoon.
What?
I
Just
like
the
to have
tuna?
I would like to have the slices of cheese on one side, then have your cucumber with a little bit of that Himalayan salt, and then just have a little spoon for your tuna mayo.
Right, there we go.
Or
So
dip it in even.
that's another way to do it, but this in my mind, this is how I would serve it. But you can actually serve it however
That'll
you
last
like.
longer as well, Duck.
Yeah, it would. To eat it with a knife and fork, it would.
Not a knife, I thought a spoon.
A spoon. Shovel.
No, like a little tapper style.
Oh, yeah, okay. Right, next day. Okay, so that's our first day. The next one is a 3-egg omelette with 75 grams of cheese, 1 tomato, 125 grams of mushrooms, all fried in lard.
I would like that, but I'd like to add a bit of bacon.
Again, you could add a little bit of bacon into that. Right, your evening meal on that day would be 200 grams of liver, 50 grams of bacon, all fried in lard and served with 1 mashed avocado.
Ugh. Can you not have onions, Duck?
Not really. Onions do have a little bit more carbs. Later, when you get into ketosis, after a couple of weeks, you can add onions and things like that. But at the moment, we're just trying to stay away from onions. If you don't like avocado, the reason I'm recommending it is because it's a really cheap way of getting a lot of nutrients inside your body. So that's why you'll see quite a lot of avocado. But if you don't like them, like Claire, then you may
have
want
it with
to.
cabbage.
Yes, you could have it with cabbage.
A little bit of soft buttered cabbage.
Right, she's stealing my ideas because I'm going to come back to that next time we have liver. But hold your horses. Right, the next day, right, I've got 1 avocado again.
No, I wouldn't have that.
I'm going to halve it, take the big ball out, and then I'm going to break an egg in it, and I'm going to bake those avocados. So you're having baked avocados with the egg in it. Because she doesn't like avocado, she's not going to like any of my ideas. But if you guys out there think about that, you know, it would look nice and it would be quite filling because not only does the egg got all the fats in, also the avocado has as well.
What you could do is get that fried egg, Duck, and get some of that streaky bacon, cook it really crispy, Duck, and just dip it in the egg.
You could,
like
yeah.
soldiers in bacon.
You
with
could.
Egg.
But I think that's the problem with that is it's 2 very rich foods and no carbohydrates.
You could have some other things with it, some tomatoes.
Yeah. Right. If you like some of these ideas better than the other, obviously you've got to have them to your budget
They
and
might prefer
your.
my ideas.
Yeah, but this is why we're doing the video together because hopefully you're getting some extra ideas. Right, for your evening meal that day, you can have 2 boiled eggs, 75 grams of cheese with mayonnaise and salad. Bit of a mix mash, but obviously because we're on a budget here, some of the meals are not going to be as slick as the other.
Cheese?
That's coming, Duck. Oh. Right, wait there. Next day, 2 eggs, 1 sliced avocado, basically made into chips because they're fried in lard. So you've got 2 fried eggs, chips made with the avocado, and salad.
No, Duck.
For me, that would be my favourite meal of the week because I just love fried avocado. In the evening, you're having 2 egg mayonnaise, so egg mayo, with 75 grams of cheese and salad.
Don't like that either.
Again, one of my favourite meals.
I just get the yellow bit, Duck, out.
And then the final day, which Claire has also revealed already, 2 scrambled eggs with lard, 75 grams of cheese. 75 grams of cheese, by the way, is a lot of cheese. That is real cheesy scrambled egg with 1 tomato and, again, a smashed avocado. So apart from the smashed avocado, she'd be loving that. And then the final meal on Friday night, the diced 200 grams of liver, with the bacon plus cabbage, all fried in lard. High
What are you
five!
going to do with the kidney duck?
That's not. It's on the shopping list. It does say liver, stroke, kidneys. Because I know some supermarkets only sell kidney, some only sell liver, some might only be
You know
available.
what you can do with the kidney duck?
What could you do with kidney?
You can cook. You can chop it up in slices, duck, and dip it in the egg. Fry it. Make like kidney chips.
Yeah. Well, you could also do that with the liver as well.
It's not the same duck.
Okay, so I hope you found that enjoyable. Just bear in mind that all meals and all food items are interchangeable. So if you don't like certain things like Claire, you can completely change it around.
It's quite hard, duck, because I don't like a lot of things like egg and avocado, the main two.
So
What
when
if
you
people can't eat egg?
right, the reason is because when you download this, it's actually a 2-sheet file,
Oh, yeah.
and the other one is shopping list. So if you see all my list there, it's color coded into protein red, fats which is amber, and green which is carbohydrate. You've actually got a full sheet of shopping list, so you can change any of those. The reason I've chosen these ones is because these are the most budget friendly. So that is the only reason, apart from the avocado, which is highly nutritious. The rest of them is just because of the budget.
Some people might be intolerant to egg.
Yes, so if you want to swap the eggs for a different protein source, that's completely fine, and that's completely up to you.
But definitely liver. Liver very good.
So if you would like to join this challenge, as I said, just go to my group, which is, the link is there, and I will also put it in the comments. So let me just type that into the comments now, so you'll be able to see that coming up.
I'm going to make some lovely bacon and liver tomorrow.
So you can see that there. Now, the comments haven't been coming up, but I'll just say a quick hello to our viewers.
Christine.
Christina, Sharon, Gemma, Alison, Janet, Stephanie, Fiona, Sarah, Emma, Kathy, Fiona, Neil, Mark, Jane, Sarah, Kelly, Liz,
Elizabeth.
Kay, Georgina, Carl, Sophia,
Maureen.
and Maureen is here.
Maureen.
Welcome, Facebook Livers.
It's all my besties.
Things have really changed here on Facebook Live. You now have to press a button to see the comments and to see who's watching. So it is a little bit confusing, and we're still getting used to it.
Mr. Comments.
Look, Christina's giving us love now.
Look.
And Claire's also here as well. Hi, Claire LB. Right, guys, so that's it. As I said, if you want to join in the challenge, come over to the group. I will be going live. Now, this week, I'm in Haven at near Clacton-on-Sea. But tomorrow I am moving to Great Yarmouth. So I'm going to a place called Wild Duck Park. So we'll be live at 8 p.m. every single night.
It was called Wild Boar.
No, it's Wild Duck. So I'll be going live. I will be going live from the group, guys. So come over to that group. I'll be posting my meals. I'd love for you to post your meals as well. If you've got any questions, either private message me or post them in the group. That is the fastest way to get your questions answered. Post in the group, and then you will have your questions answered. So that's it for tonight. Me and Claire are now going to get on those bikes, which are behind us,
So
and
I've
we're
got
going to
my
go.
Sports quit on.
We're going to go for our biggest bike ride yet since we've been here, guys. So I hope you enjoy your Sunday evening. Remember, keep on drinking. Drink as much water as you
Look,
can.
why does it go off when you go out? Look.
We've got facial recognition on. This is why the crowns only come on when it spots that a face is here. Right, thank you for joining us, guys. Good luck. Enjoy your journey this week, and I'll see you again at 8 p.m. tomorrow, again here on Facebook Live. Claire might be back later on in the week, but for now, this is her last video. Right, see you later,
Don't cry,
guys.
everyone, don't cry.
See you later. Bye.